Hello, I'm Brett, the Assistant Director for Marketing and Recruitment at Into Washington State University. Today I'm here to answer some of your questions about studying at Washington State University. So question number one, Washington State University has 5 different campuses. Why do we have these campuses and what is the advantage for students? Well, WSU has 5 campuses across the state of Washington, so our students can take advantage of everything that the state of Washington has to offer. The state of Washington is home to major companies like Microsoft, Amazon, Boeing, Nintendo of America. And by having campuses all over the state, our students can actually move around between campuses. They can pursue different kinds of opportunities, and hopefully they can get a much better, much richer education than they would be able to get if they were stuck on one single campus. So students don't have to move between campuses, but for the students who do want to move around, having campuses provides that flexibility so you can do an internship with Intel, or so you can be close to a major city like Seattle or like Portland, Oregon. That's one of the advantages of the WSU system. All right. Question number 2 is, if students arrive at Washington State University on a certain pathway program, let's say business pathway or the science pathway, are they allowed to change their major? And the answer is yes. All of our undergraduate students are allowed to change their major once they arrive at the university. And in fact, when you arrive as an undergraduate student, you don't actually have a major to begin with. So even if you're in a business pathway, you won't be a business student until your second year. Because of this, it makes it very easy for students to change their majors, or if they decide that they want to study something different, or if they discover a new interest. Now this is just for the undergraduate students. Graduate students do have to stick with the major or the degree program that they applied for. But undergraduates have a lot of freedom to change at a U.S. university. Question number 3, what kinds of scholarships are available for students after they finish an Into Pathway program? So the answer to that is there's a lot of scholarships available for our international students. Washington State University has something called a General Scholarship Form. Every student who fills out this application form by the deadline, usually January 31st, is automatically evaluated for hundreds of different scholarships on campus for the next year. Washington State University also has a lot of specialty scholarship programs that help students better afford their education. So for example, we have the Boeing Scholars Program, where our undergraduate students get the opportunity to intern at Boeing. They get to take special courses that get projects in them that are offered by Boeing representatives. And most importantly, the students in this Boeing Scholars Program get $8,000 in scholarship money over 2 years. So yes, there are a lot of scholarships available for international students. And the most important thing you can do is after you arrive at WSU, you can schedule a meeting with a financial advisor. You can ask somebody where they can find more scholarship information. Okay. Question number 4. WSU's Hospitality Business Management program requires students to complete 1,000 hours of paid work experience to graduate. How can international students complete these 1,000 hours? So this is often a question that we get for any program that requires internships or work experience, because international students do have restrictions on how much they're allowed to work off campus in the United States. So if you have to complete 1,000 hours to graduate, is that a good program for an international student? And the answer is yes. Our hospitality program is very good at helping students find job opportunities. We can't promise you'll find a job because ultimately the student does need to sit in the room and get hired for a job. But a lot of our students have no problems or very little problem finding these sorts of jobs both on and off campus. The hospitality program has a lot of different jobs that will meet their 1,000-hour requirements on campus. And in fact, most of our students don't even finish these 1,000 hours during the school year. Most of our students go home during the summertime and they work at a big hotel or a restaurant or another organization like that and complete their 1,000 hours that way. So for any international students who are interested in studying hospitality, but who think that the 1,000 hours sounds like an obstacle, let me tell you that it is not. The 1,000 hours of work experience is an opportunity for you to get some great international work experience that you can take back to your home country once you finish your hospitality program at Washington State University. All right? Question 5. Washington State University has an apparel, merchandising, design, and textiles program. What kinds of careers can students get after they finish the apparel, merchandising, design, and textiles program? So this is a great question, and this is because the Washington State University Apparels, Merchandising, Design, and Textiles program is a very large major that takes students a lot of different opportunities to find work after they graduate. The Apparel, Merchandising, Design, and Textiles, or AMDT program is designed for any student who wants to work anywhere in the fashion industry. So this can be working as a designer, this can be working as a fashion merchandiser, kind of people who choose what kinds of clothing are going to be sold by stores like Nordstrom and Macy's and JCPenney. And it can also be as something like a textiles engineer for students who want to create smarter fabrics or new kinds of fabric blends. So the AMDT program can cover all of these different disciplines, and what kind of career our students get really depends on where they want to take their career. In the past several years, we've had students who go off to work as designers, as buyers, as product developers, as textiles engineers. The main unifying theme is that all of these students are working somewhere in the fashion industry, because that's what the WSU AMDT degree is designed for. Okay. Question number 6. Washington State University Edward R. Murrow College of Communications has several different programs that require students to get practical experience to find jobs. If I'm majoring in something like journalism or media production or communications, how can I get practical experience on campus so I can find a job after I graduate? So this is a great question, and this is a question a lot of students ask because they are looking for things like internships, for practical learning opportunities, for ways to go out and get their hands dirty while they're studying for a U.S. Bachelor's or Master's degree. At Washington State University, the Murrow College of Communication is very good at providing practical learning opportunities for students. Washington State University has several radio stations on campus, as well as an on-campus newspaper, online news programming, and most importantly, our television studios. So anybody who wants to get involved in advertising, in journalism and media production, they're going to have a lot of different opportunities to work in radio, news, television, online journalism, a lot of different ways for them to get involved. Students who are working in our television studio are going to learn how to edit video, how to edit sound, how to shoot the video using the cameras, how to rig lighting, how to perform. They're going to learn all the things they need to in order to work in a new online news, television, or media production environment. So for students who want to get into television news, who want to get into the movie industry, the television industry, they're going to be able to get a lot of hands-on experience in our on-campus television studios. We've also got a lot of connections with local industries that can help students find internship opportunities, but just like finding a job, getting an internship is a mix of support from us, the university, and an effort on behalf of the student to make sure that they're the right candidate for that internship. But at the end of the day, anybody who's studying in the Murrow College of Communication will have ample opportunity to get practical learning experiences on campus. They have a lot of different opportunities that they can apply for while they're here on campus. Okay. Question number 7. Students who are interested in studying aerospace or in aeronautical engineering, what can they study at Washington State University? So this is a common question that we get because Washington State is very famous for aeronautics. You know, Boeing was founded in Washington State. They still build the 787 Dreamliner here in Washington State. And there's a lot of smaller companies all over Washington that support the aerospace industry. But WSU doesn't have an aerospace engineering degree. At Washington State University, fields like aerospace engineering or automotive engineering, these are interdisciplinary research fields. And so for students who want to get into the aerospace industry, they can study something like mechanical engineering, where they're learning how to actually put the airplanes together. They can study something like electrical engineering, and they can be involved in the fly-by-wire and software research going on. They can get involved in things like chemical engineering, looking for new kinds of jet fuel, or materials engineering, looking for new lightweight composites to build airplanes out of. So we can't guarantee that students are going to be able to work in the aerospace industry. We can't say that we have an aerospace degree, but what we do have are a lot of opportunities for students to get involved in aerospace-related projects. Washington State University is one of the co-founders of the Ascent Aviation Sustainability Center, which is a consortium of universities and industries that's designed to conduct research into ways to make the aerospace industry more sustainable. So don't worry, even though you can't see aerospace engineering as a degree, we do have a lot of ongoing projects that are related to the aerospace industry, and students who are interested in that field may be able to find what they're looking for at WSU. Question number 8. How can a student who's interested in veterinary medicine get to that kind of program? So veterinary medicine in the United States is very similar to something like human medicine, like architecture, like law. These are all professional programs, and students are required to do a pre-professional program in order to enter these programs as a master's degree. So for students who are interested in veterinary medicine or veterinary science, they can come to participate in the pre-veterinary program at Washington State University, and they can study a lot of different majors. Typically, they'll be studying something like animal sciences, zoology, biology, microbiology, neuroscience, wildlife ecology. It's a lot of different majors you can study if you're interested in going to a veterinary program for your master's degree. Washington State University has its own veterinary program at the master's level. We do have a very strong pre-veterinary program for students who are interested in getting into this program as well. And then the final question number 9. If a student is a transfer student, can they transfer into an into pathway program at Washington State? And the answer is yes. Most of our students who are coming as transfer students will qualify for direct admission. However, if your GPA is a little bit on the low side, your English language skills are a little bit on the low side, then we'll be able to get you into an into pathway program, and you can use the into pathway program to make up for any deficiencies in your application. All right. So I hope this was useful, and I hope some of this information can help you in your application and decision to come to Washington State University. If you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at WSU or to reach out to your local education counselor. Thank you very much, and this has been Brett for Washington State University.